Right, so I seen this on Black Pigeon Speaks YouTube channel, and I thought it was a very good troll and point all together. So, basically, in this town, or I don't know if it was multiple towns, but someone put up signs saying Islam is right about women, and it's an excellent troll and point altogether because it forces the left to admit they're wrong, at least on one hand or the other. I mean, I think that we all know which way they're wrong on. It's the Islam part, but I mean they're wrong on the women part to an extent too, but Islam treats women very, very bad, at least if you follow Islam the way the Quran or the Hadiths say. It's as patriarchal as you possibly can, or possibly can be. And but the left, on the other hand, will defend Islam to, or Muslims to the nth degree. They'll, no matter, like, I mean, you have people like Justin Trudeau and, almost every major leftist politician in Canada who think that um, terrorists who fought for ISIS, who even killed people that, we know killed people, should get to keep their citizenship. Not only, like, they should be allowed back in Canada, they should get to keep their citizenship, and they should get every right that an ordinary Canadian gets. On the other hand, they're, the feminists who think that, Western men are patriarchal, even though any study will show that they're the least patriarchal. I mean, look in any other third world society, and you'll find that women have specific gender roles, men have specific gender roles. In every, like I said, every third world country, you'll see that. And yet, in the West, women have the most rights by far, but yet you'll talk to the average feminist and they still think that it's like the 1920s or some crazy thing like that. Even though women had it a lot better than the feminists would have you think back in the day, but it was definitely not as good as today. But again, it's the perfect troll because it forces the left to. I mean, they won't admit the contradiction, but it at least points it out to anyone with a brain on with their head on straight that which one is it? Is Islam bad or is Islam good? Because if Islam was right about women, then every feminine, like treating, having a patriarchal society should be a good thing. If Islam is wrong, well then Islam is wrong. We should probably limit the amount of people from Muslim people coming into, whatever country you're from, Canada, the U.S., doesn't matter. And that, like I said, I think we know which one it is. I think it's Islam is definitely the bigger problem. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Islam is completely not not compatible with a Western society. It's, I mean, the left will criticize Christians for being fundamentalists and, their religion's taken too seriously, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you have Islam who, looking at it from an objective point of view, is much more strict, is much more fundamentalist. If you look at the average Muslim person to the average Christian person, like if you met a random person who is a Christian, it would be very hard to tell if they're a Christian. It's pretty obvious to tell people who are Islamic. Number one, because they're overwhelmingly people from the Middle East, and they have the religious things. They have to pray all the time, even if they were even if they weren't even from the Middle East, whatever the from the Middle East. They have to pray all the time, and all that kind of stuff. Like Christians are, it's pretty hard to tell. Like just pick out of a crowd someone who's a Christian. If you like, let's say, I mean, the better way of putting it. So I didn't really put it that good. If you spend a day with a group of random people, it'd be a lot easier to figure out who's who. But I mean, in the end, this is a pretty epic troll, and I would suggest going out to check out the Black Pigeon Speaks YouTube channel. I think he put it up about 3 or 4 days ago. It was a great video, and it's an epic troll to the left, and whoever came up with this is very good. Now, anybody, I mean, people on the left will just dismiss it as racism and not even acknowledge their contradiction, which is the big problem with this, is that they won't even acknowledge the massive contradiction. They'll just say, "Oh, racism," or "more racism," and then they'll go on. So, like I said, go check out Black Pigeon Speaks YouTube video on this, and he's a good channel to subscribe to as well. But anyways, if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and stay tuned for more.